So this customer asked me if I was sure that it needs to be cleaned as to why it was shutting down, if that was going to solve the issue. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. Another day here in beautiful Orlando. Sun's out, storm's gone. We got a packed day today. Got to do PS5. Oh, AC kicked on. PS5. Got to replace the battery in the laptop, iPad, backup in the iPhone, and another cleaning for a PS5. So let's get the day started. All right, we're at our first repair. We got ourselves a PS5 here. It's the digital edition for the HDMI port. As usual. So this has definitely been dropped, thrown, whatever it may be. So yeah, some dust on the fan, some dust inside more than likely. I'm gonna clean it all up when I repair this. That looks sticky. Spray that down, some alcohol. First things first though, we plug it in to make sure it's powering on. If I don't see that white light, I'm not doing the repair. It's probably going through a systems check, and alright, we can do this. Let's take the heat sink and the board out just to check the bottom. It's not that dusty, but there's some dust in here, so I'm gonna clean this up and then start on the board. But look at this HDMI port. It's jacked up. Heat sink has been cleaned out. Pull out the dust. Like I said, it wasn't really a lot. Just little pieces uploaded out shortly. But now I take the board out and work on the HDMI port. Yeah, this is all jacked up. Look inside. Perfect on the back. So we got the new port installed. So everything's plugged up, powered on. We got the white light. The tester shows that everything is connected. Image on the screen. All right, let's finish. Put it back together. Got to be sure to clean out the fan. Everything's cleaned here. Let's put it all back together. Like that. Got this PS5 good to go. It's ready, powered up, white lights on, up on the screen. Returns back to the customer, and then we'll be on to our next repair. So I'm at this next customer with this laptop. Though it's going to be a battery issue, but it's not even powering on. So let me check that out. So we have this HP. It's a ProBook. I think 640, 650. We thought it was just gonna be a battery, but I have to open it up to see why it's not even powering on at all. So start breaking this down. So I removed the battery out of this laptop, plugged in the power cable. We have the light over here. Looks like it's trying to charge, but obviously there's no battery to charge. When we power it on, it powers up right away. So I think the battery might be faulty. I can't do anything until this finishes. It's taking a long time because of this mechanical drive. If you have old laptops, well, not necessarily even old, but if you have laptops that say it comes with an HDD, you're better off upgrading to an SDD. Solid, well, SSD. There we go. Yeah, an SSD. SSD stands for solid state drive. HDD stands for hard disk drive. The SSD runs more like how a flash drive does, so it's a lot faster. So it'll read and write memory faster. It's not mechanical. These older HDDs are mechanical, so they do slow down over time. They're just slow. It's old technology to say. But definitely upgrading to an SSD is the best option, especially if you're looking for like speed boost on your older laptops. SSD all the way. Now let's unplug this cables, plug in the battery. It's just right in place. Just want to screw this in. So the battery is okay. It says primary logic state, there's no AC power. Charge state not available. So I decided to do a test on the power supply because with the battery plugged in, I'm not getting the white light or an orange light. So when I ran the test now, it says there was a failure. There's more like an issue with the board. So this laptop still has that same issue. As soon as I plug in the battery, the power light goes out when it's plugged in. As soon as I unplug the battery, it turns right on. So what I'm going to do for this customer is leave the battery unplugged so they can at least use it. So for that laptop, I suggested the customer say he had the laptop for about four or 5 years now, and it was put at use. So may have about a good 7 years on it already. So he's better off just to invest in a new computer. He was going to spend about, $200 to $300 just to repair it for what it is. It's like, you know what? Get something more up to date. Put about $500 into it. You get a computer that's going to last you a lot longer, a lot more efficient, a lot faster. Yeah, some things for what it is, you're better off just upgrading. So if anything, I can always transfer over the data from this old laptop to the new one. That's simple, so he won't lose any information there. But off to the next one. So I'm at the next repairs for the back glass of an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I'm actually at my mechanic in his shop right now. It's pulled in, so just gonna knock this out. I have the cameras covered with some aluminum tape just to protect it in case the laser goes awry. Doesn't damage the cameras though. Got it started. The laser's burning the back glass. We're burning through the glass itself and the glue underneath to make it easier for me to take off once it's finished. Just gonna let that sit there, do its thing, and once it's finished, get to the next step. These white spots is just because it's skipping over sensitive areas. Like this is the magnet coil, this is the magnet for the back, a few antennas on the top. Took off all the glass, cleaned it up, we added some glue. I'm about to add the glass, put it on clamps, and let it sit. Just the back glass repaired. It's good to go. The next repair I have is the iPad. I think it's the 6th gen. The customer put down 5th, but I have glass for the 6th gen, so it's going to be a 6th gen next I'm going to go to. So off to the next one. So I'm at my next repair. Called the customer, so I'm coming to the door, but as you can hear, it's raining at the moment. So he even said, hey, look, just wait till the rain passes, then come by. Just an iPad, so it's not gonna take me that long to do. I think I've done this one before, so it's gonna be even easier. That's Florida. You get rain sometimes, you get a lot of sunshine and heat, but yeah, it's raining. It's calming down now, but it'll be good soon. So the customer bought out the iPad. He had to go, so he had his umbrella, came out, still raining out, but it's the iPad. I believe it's the 6th gen. I'll be sure to double check. Just needs the outer glass repaired. Move the outer glass, remove the LCD, disconnected all the cables, make sure everything is good. I'm cleaning up all the old glue residue around this rim, and then I have to straighten out these corners so that the glass can sit correctly. We're getting there. Alright, iPad's finished, is ready to go. Screen replaced, touch functions working. He can give this back to his daughter, and then off to the next one. It's the PS5 cleaning. So I'm at the last repair of the day. It is PS5. It's overheating. The customer said he's cleaned it down as much as he could, but he doesn't have the screws to open it up to take out the fan. He said it overheats when playing PS5 titles, so it just completely shuts down, no beeps, no warnings. So more than likely it's the power supply not getting cooled. So I'm going to break it down and clean that out for him. So this customer asked me if I was sure that it needs to be cleaned as to why it was shutting down, if that was going to solve the issue. So this is the fan. There's thick dust on it. He says cleaned it before, but obviously wasn't able to get inside. So even looking at here, like, that's pretty thick. Like, this definitely needs to be brushed down. But then we look inside, the heatsink is clogged. So I'm pretty sure even further in there, the power supply is blocked up. So there's dust on everything. The heatsink on top of this shell, fan, dust all over there, dust from here. Let's see what the heatsink looks like. Yeah, if you cannot open your PS5, you will always have dust collected inside here. Just that dust there stops cool air from flowing through the heatsink to keep the internals cooled. So we have to clean all this off. After dusting down everything with the air duster, the fan now is dust free. The heatsink on this top shell, dust free. Power supply is cleaned. The heatsink itself, it's like brand new. I'm going to check the liquid metal underneath here and make sure everything is good. Checking out, we have a little dry spot here on the heatsink down there and right here in the APU. So I'm going to clean all this up, reapply that liquid metal so it can be functioning at tip-top shape. Reapplied the liquid metal, no dry spots here, even on the APU. It's covered completely. Let's put it back together, test it out. So finished with this PS5. It's completely dusty inside, as you saw in the video. So the customer shouldn't have any issues going forward playing games or not. Should run flawless. PS5 titles shouldn't have any issues. Pretty much finished for the day. Finished closing this customer out and then heading home. So that's the day in the life with Tech Commander. If you like what you saw, hit the like button, subscribe. If you have any comments you want to leave it down below. Any questions, anything you want to know, probably answer. Just leave it down below. I'll try to get back to you, but I'll see you in the next one.